our next guest, John Ryding, who is here with me. He's the chief economist at RDQ Economics to talk about this report. As some of you may know who follow John's work, he's a former chief U.S. economist at Bear Stearns, also a former senior economist at the New York Fed. So you've been studying the jobs market, obviously, for quite a long time. What do you read into this ADP report?
Well, I think this is a confirming signal that we might see that small employment increase that we are looking for of 25,000. And for two reasons. Firstly, ADP has been lagging behind the payroll numbers in recent months. And we think that's because ADP, our company is a small company, we use ADP for processing payroll, so it's more representative of smaller companies. And I think the smaller companies are having a harder time of it because they only have access to bank credit and not to the capital market, so they're lagging behind. And secondly, it excludes the government, so it's just a private sector reading. So factor those two things in. And I think this is a confirming signal that we might see that positive jobs number. We're looking for plus 25,000 on Friday. Could have been better, but for the weather, I think.
Right, because it was so cold in January that maybe that stopped some people from getting a job, or companies from hiring then.
Right.
But John, as I recall, for last month we were talking a lot about, is this going to be a positive report? Is it going to be a positive report? And a lot of people were saying, look, take the ADP number and add on 85,000 jobs, for instance, and then you'll get what you'll see on Friday.
Well, that's saying plus 60,000 for Friday.
Right, exactly. That would mean that, but we're not seeing that. You're plus 25. I know the Bloomberg survey is for plus 10. So where's that discrepancy?
Well, I think, first of all, let's have your viewers understand that it's a little technical, but the standard deviation or average error in forecasting employment, even when you know all the bits and pieces ahead of the number, like the ADP report, is about 80,000. So really, when you talk about 10,000 versus 20,000 versus 25,000, in statistical terms, they're all the same number. In human terms, clearly not. But these are only surveys, so there's sampling errors between the different surveys, and that's the first thing that we need to understand. Secondly, if it's 20,000 or 60,000 or 70,000, it's not enough. This economy needs to create 200,000, 300,000 jobs a month for 2 years to start getting the unemployment rate down to acceptable levels. So
what's acceptable?
Well, I think an acceptable unemployment, we've got to get down to 6%. And unfortunately, the chances of getting down to that within the next 3 or 4 years, to me, look to be fairly remote. I think we're going to be seeing 9% plus unemployment for a couple of years, 8% maybe for a year or so after that.